After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd and 7, Corral. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 4th and 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing here, Corral. He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And this complete to Mitchell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, Corral. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Let's go now. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Corral with it. First down here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Bass is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll get this off to Swift. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Corral. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Corral, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, 3 completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Corral. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Taken in at the 11. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On the play fake, Corral sliding out of the pocket. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of script.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Houston. The partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Swift. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's got some space here. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play quarterback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. Corral going to sneak it, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Corral. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Corral will throw it. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Charles, a lot of happy.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit it, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet.